We do now have the dates for the debates for each party in the primaries. They will be January 2032, all 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and they will still be using the same format that we have been using for the past couple of years. First two debates, just a couple of candidates, just a couple certain group of candidates just debating, and then the last debate, all remaining candidates will debate. For the first Democrat debate, it will be in Arizona, hosted by MSNBC. The first Republican debate will be hosted by Fox News in Nevada. And then the second Democrat debate will be hosted by CBS in Georgia. And the second Republican debate will be hosted by ABC in New Hampshire. And then the third Democrat debate will be hosted by CNN in Michigan. And then the third Republican debate will be hosted by Newsmax in Texas. And here is the favorability from last episode's candidates. Kirsten Gillibrand, very low approval rating. Same with Jon Ossoff. Also, Jared Polis and Julian Castro. Marco Rubio also has a very low approval rating. And then Dan Crenshaw also has one too. But Liz Cheney also has a really low approval rating. But Chris Christie has a way lower approval rating, minus 93%, only 1% approve. And then Laura Trump actually has a really high approval rating. It would be higher if her last name was Biden, because then Democrats would want her to be just amazing, like plus 290, because it's so reasonable. And then we have some breaking news. YouTuber Election Watch Analysis has just announced that he is campaigning for Jon Ossoff. EWA recently hit 100 billion subscribers, and he is now the second YouTuber to campaign for a candidate in 2032. Yet again, another YouTuber has announced their campaign for a candidate. America First Mapping has just announced that he's campaigning for Jeb Bush. Jeb Bush is getting a little more support now, but he is getting people to actually clap at his speeches now, so that's just good for Jeb. Good for Jeb. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar has just announced her 2032 campaign. Last time she did try to run was actually in 2028. She did try to run in the Democrat primary, but yet did fail, just like she did in 2020. Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton has just announced his 2032 campaign. He actually was expected to be the first person to ever announce his campaign, but he was not. He actually is one of the last candidates to ever announce their campaign, at least one of the last expected candidates. Last time he did try to run was in 2024 in the Republican primary. Former governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, has just announced her 2032 campaign. She is actually very unpopular. Red Eagle, famous political YouTuber, is making hate campaign ads on her, just like he did in the 2022 governor election. Newly elected Minnesota Senator Mike Lindell and former CEO of MyPillow has just announced his 2032 campaign. He actually, some people are saying that he's just doing this to make his company popular again, MyPillow, because Democrats were trying to remove his company. Former Georgia Senator and candidate for governor in 2030, Raphael Warnock has just announced his 2032 campaign. He did try to run for Georgia governor in 2030, but did fail and lose by around 7 points because he was really unpopular. Newly elected Georgia Senator Stacey Abrams has just announced her 2032 campaign. She is actually doing really good in the polls right now, but a lot of people are just calling her Kamala Harris 2.0 because she whines a lot. New Hampshire Senator Chris Sununu has just announced his 2032 campaign. He is saying that he is running to stop the Democrats because they are just ruining everything right now. And now we do have which candidates will be in which debate. For the first Democrat debate, Amy Klobuchar, Andrew Yang, Pete Buttigieg, Mark Kelly, Gavin Newsom, Jared Polis, Connor Lamb, Gretchen Whitmer, Kirsten Gillibrand, and Brian Schatz will be the candidates in that. And for the second Democrat debate, Stacey Abrams, John Bel Edwards, Beto O'Rourke, Raphael Warnock, Kamala Harris, Julian Castro, Kristen Sinema, Cory Booker, AOC, and Jon Ossoff will be the candidates. For the first Republican debate, Chris Sununu, Laura Trump, Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz, Brian Kemp, Liz Cheney, Marco Rubio, Todd Young, Nancy Mason, Jeb Bush will be the candidates. Please clap. And then for the second Republican debate, Tom Cotton, Kristi Noem, Chris Christie, Dan Crenshaw, Mike Lindell, Tim Scott, Rand Paul, Ben Sasse, MTG, and Nikki Haley will be the candidates. And for the announced Democrat candidates, Kamala Harris is the frontrunner, Beto O'Rourke in second, Cory Booker, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, Andrew Yang, Mark Kelly, Stacey Abrams, Gavin Newsom, Julian Castro, and Amy Klobuchar are barely trailing behind them. And for just the mediocre candidates, Gretchen Whitmer, Raphael Warnock, Kristen Sinema, Jon Ossoff, and Kirsten Gillibrand. Then JBE, Jared Polis, Connor Lamb, and Brian Schatz are just sort of the unknown candidates. And for the announced Republican candidates, Josh Hawley, Tim Scott, Laura Trump, and Ted Cruz are the frontrunners, with Kristi Noem, Rand Paul, Marco Rubio, Chris Sununu, Todd Young, and Todd Young are trailing behind them. Now, just the sort of not really mediocre candidates are Nancy Mason, Nikki Haley, Mike Lindell, Tom Cotton, Dan Crenshaw, and that is all. And then for the unknown candidates, that is Brian Kemp, Liz Cheney, Ben Sasse, Jeb Bush, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Chris Christie. Please clap for Jeb Bush. Okay, I have an announcement. American Predictions and me will be doing an election night collab. This will be my first election night collab. I'm really excited. We haven't decided what it's going to be on, but it's just going to be really exciting for me, and I don't know if it's going to be exciting for him, but I don't know. But yeah, but my next episode in this series will be a debate. I will be acting out the 2032 Democrat debate, the first debate. So yeah, this is the end of my video. Hopefully you liked it. Please like and subscribe. So yeah, bye.